Hello everyone, my name is Donna Brown. I'm an Access Consciousness Facilitator. I do bars, facelift, foundation. And today it's the month of March, so we're doing money and abundance and magic and miracles and all kinds of fun stuff, luck. So, are you happy with surviving? Is that enough for you? Are you willing to consider thriving? I'll be using the Access Consciousness tools. We'll be asking questions. We run a question and then you say yes. We'll ask you to destroy and uncreate all that. You say yes. And then we run the Access Consciousness clearing statement, which is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. There's a link below that'll give it to you. So our first clearing is, how many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of abundance as a reality in your life? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So you're asking, what's an AEIOU pod? Okay, so they're piles of debris you buy from other people to create your reality. They stand for the asinine piles of degree, A pods, the erroneous piles of degree, E pods, the idiotic piles of degree, I pods, and the obnoxious piles of degree, O pods, and the useless piles of degree, unpods, AEIOU pods, okay? So we buy stuff from people. We buy other people's crazy. Most of us had some kind of form of crazy when it came to abundance in our family. So how many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of abundance as a reality in your life? And everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of abundance as a reality in your life? And everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So we have something which we call home play. So, you know, when you went to school, you had homework, and it was work. But we do home play, and it's where we get to play with the things that we're working with. So I want you to write down 10 things that abundance means to you. So you can stop the video and you can do this, because when I was doing the AEIOU pods of abundance, all of a sudden I realized I've defined abundance as certain things. So abundance can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So go ahead and stop the video now and write 10 things that mean abundance to you. Okay? Now, abundance has a bunch of different definitions. It's the state of wealth, riches, capital, cash, funds, money, prosperity. It could be the quality of being prosperous to include fortune, riches, comfort, success, plenty, luxury, advantage, thriving, accomplishment, expansion. It also means great fertility, okay? So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of me around the universe so everything will grow for me. It is a plentiful resource, and people that hoard fear never having enough. And it also can mean what I want when I want it. So abundance has a lot of definitions. It could be the quality or condition of being sufficient. So if something's just sufficient, that was like, no, that's not abundance to me. But abundance to me meant some really strange things. So I had to look at what I wrote down, and everything I wrote down, I went back through my list of 10 things, and I said, I say it out loud. So sufficient, let's say condition of being sufficient was one of them. I would say interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. So it kind of just starts moving the energy around when you have an interesting point of view about it. And you have to really be in an interesting point of view. You can't be vested in the point of view, because that doesn't make it interesting point of view. So you look at your list, and you can also go through and do the clearing statement after each thing you send. So if you said it's great fertility and I don't want to be fertile, everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds, you run the clearing statement. Because what you're doing is you're clearing those things that abundance means to you. And again, this is home play. Play with this. Have fun with this. This is how you start being the creator of your life. Because every time we make something a definition, every time there is a definition, what we've done by defining it is we've combined it to just that. So for me, when people would say abundance, I kind of just blew them off. Like, oh, they're talking about abundance again. Ugh, what's abundance? Because abundance to me didn't mean good things in life. It didn't mean prosperity. It meant enough. Okay? So when I really looked at the word, I was like, okay, abundance is way more than enough. And so I had to look at the words that I was using, because sometimes the words that we are using are stop us. So if I have a definition of abundance that is wonky, which is the reason why I asked you to write down what abundance means to you, then I'm going to keep creating wonky when I'm doing this. Okay, so once you get rid of your wonky, how many AOE pods do you have to create the destruction of abundance as a reality in your life? And everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of a never-ending supply of money as a reality in your life? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because I was like, oh, abundance is a never-ending supply of money. Abundance is money. So how many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of money as a reality in your life? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of happiness as a reality in your life? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of, I have work that I enjoy as a reality in your life? Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How many AEIOU pods do you have to create the destruction of accomplishments as a reality in your life? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. When you go to a bars class, that's to release the thoughts, feelings, and emotions after you've done a lot of clearing. So I would suggest everybody who's done a lot of clearings get their bars run. It will expand you so much. It will allow more into your life. And I also suggest that you continue on to a foundation, because in the foundation, this is where you learn how to create the clearings that will work for you. So when I'm stuck, I have to go to somebody else to help unstick me, because my stuckness gets in the way of me getting unstuck. So we can process ourselves, and we do. And recently I had to go to someone in El Paso, and oh my God, we started laughing on the phone call, and by the time we were done, I was totally back in allowance of what was happening in my life and me, and the reality that I'm living in right now. So I suggest that that you get your bars run after you do these AOE pods, and you go through that list and you define what abundance is to you, what you've made it, and then you do interesting point of view. I have that point of view, so you could start letting go of all your interesting points of view that are not working for you, because sometimes we have things that are not working for us. Again, my name is Donna Brown. I'm an Access Consciousness Facilitator. I do bars, facelift, and foundation, and I'm asking you to please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you.